Well, good morning and welcome to the 7th of January 2025. And first, we have up the weather, and it's 41 degrees outside at 7:56 a.m. And we got some wind coming today, folks. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Winds up to 20 miles per hour, and it goes certainly overnight. I think both nights, definitely tonight, if not tomorrow night as well. And up to 20 miles an hour means 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts. So batten down the hatches. Things at 50 and 60 miles an hour gusts will take your favorite outdoor lawn chair and launch it across the desert. Awnings will be destroyed. Pull in your awnings. All I do for my chairs is I fold them up and I put them flat, and they stay. Just anything that can catch the wind like a sail, it'll take off. So be aware of that. Now we're still at high 60s through the next 10 days. Nothing breaking over 60. Looks like the highest is 69 degrees. And lows hover right around 40 degrees. Mostly sunny days. That's good. But today and tomorrow we have the high winds and the partly sunny days. Or partly cloudy. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are going to be uncomfortable outside. They're not going to be great solar days. So anyway, let's get to the comments. Oh, I've decided to do something different. When I tell you, I'm going to tell you about one comment that's gone. By the time I tell you about these comments, they're going to be gone. Mean-spirited comments. I think that I'm going to feed them to Bruce. Who's Bruce? Well, Bruce was the nickname for the shark while they were making the movie Jaws. So I'll be I fed one to Bruce yesterday, and it was just, and trust me, if you're a regular commenter and I see something that makes me want to feed your comment to Bruce, I'll probably respond to it first and said, I'm sorry, did you mean what you said? And often you'll be, no, that's not all. So I'll give you a chance. But if I've never seen you before and you comment and say, why is your head so big? You're going to be, your comment's going to go to Bruce. And that's what happened with yesterday's comment. Someone I've never heard of before said why is my head so big? Okay. Is my head too big for my body? I don't think so. Christy Lena, wow, 50 RV parks. That's surprising with so much BLM land like you park on. Well, a lot of people don't like to boondock. Probably the vast majority of RVers throughout the country do so in RV parks. So they fill them up pretty good, 50 parks. Zareth the Alchemist, with the overall state of the economy right now, I'm wondering if the number of people going to queue this year might be considerably lower, making parking easier. He goes on talking about $5 gas in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Gas is pretty cheap here. It's like $2.80 a gallon. Up in Lake Havasu, I filled up for $2.65 on Christmas. Gas is in better shape than it's been in a long time. There seem to be, in my area here and looking in town, it seems as busy as it's ever been. Let's see. RVing with G. My buddy Brian just did a tour of that red, white, and blue bus on his channel, Vintage Van Life. It's so funny. I watched that video just before G reached out with this comment, because I was flipping through and I saw the bus and I'm like, I recognize that bus. So I actually saw that video. RV Life, thanks for the great video. I'm not going to go this year, but may go next year, so this is helpful. Love hearing George in the litter box. Yeah, I realized when I was talking yesterday, you could hear the scratch, scratch, scratch for George in the litter box. It's like right down there. Christina, let's see. Grateful you enjoy sharing the Quartzsite events. Wish I could attend the meet and greet. How wonderful for those who get to meet you and Herbie. Herbie, of course, is My Nomadic Dream is his website, his YouTube channel. Stacy J, thanks for the tips. Hi to Dottie and George, and hope to see you at the Big Tent. I'll be there pretty much every day at the Big Tent, rain or shine. Ken Gray says, his idea. So the short yesterday was the anti-fun city. It was about a guy that had it up to here with restriction signs all over his town. So he started putting up his own satire signs, and they were hysterical. And Ken says his ideas are mushrooming. He must be a fun guy. Fungi. Love the story. Ken, you may have to go to pun jail. I'm not sure. Okay, Ken. Thanks for the great information. Looking forward to someone else fighting the crowds each day. Let's see. Z Love. I kind of picked up on your video since I started getting interested in full-time RVing and perhaps settling in Quartzsite. I like the solar harvesting ideas, but with urine, the energy storage could be charged day and night when to come. Looking forward to a day to be able to meet a 60-plus minded like yourself. I'm in the same club. Good going, Rob. We may have more in common than you would think. Well, so I'm like, was that a typo about urine? What could that have been a mistypo? It wasn't a mistype. There's stuff out there about using urine as some kind of electrode thing to generate energy. Sounds like it's not ready for prime time, but it's a thing. If you want to, Ken, go after that one. Ken Gray, good call today, and keep on being you. It's so uplifting. And we have Nancy, sign, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the sign? That is a lyrics from a song by Five Man Electrical Band. Nancy Menderos, great tip on using a propane heater when you're boondocking. I'm using one now, and the waves of heat are washing over me as we speak. That reminds me, I had a propane potential emergency yesterday. I'm sitting outside with Dottie, mid-afternoon, and I go, I smell propane. Do I really? And it's like a 7-8 mile an hour wind. I'm like, whoa, what's going on that I'm smelling propane in the wind? So I go to the tongue of the front of my trailer where 2 propane bottles sit in the cover on the front. And I open the cover, oh, yeah, and I hear it's leaking. And as I investigated it, I shut it down the valve and it kept leaking. So it was the valve itself somehow ruptured and was leaking. So I very carefully took it off the trailer and put it off to the side, and called the repair place. I'm having a senior moment. The RV place, Rob, RV Lifestyles. I'm sorry, RV Lifestyles. I almost forgot your name. And I talked to them, and they said, well, bro, get it away from your rig and bring it in tomorrow. Go around the back, and my propane guy, well, I think they'll either like take it apart and drain it and dispose of it, and I'll buy a new one from them, or maybe they'll repair it. I'll let you know. So Susan B says, that comment is correct. Your voice has a quality that promotes calmness and the feeling that everything will likely be okay. I very much appreciate the quality. I do roll the video back and rewatch sections that I like. I want to make sure I heard everything, so you could probably repeat video. I would never know it. That's good to know. Okay. She's alluding to a video where I did repeat a whole section unintentionally. I don't do it intentionally. Renee says, I would like to think the prank was funny, but my husband, not so much. On another note, you had mentioned one day your coffee tastes good. What coffee do you make? Well, coffee aficionados they'll probably unsubscribe from the channel when I say it. I use Starbucks instant coffee in the can. I do. I like it. Naj says, hey, Rob, regarding the diesel can, I have a yellow diesel 5-gallon tank that I put gas in. Are the gas police going to arrest me? I don't know. I know it only has gas in it because I don't have anything that runs diesel. I think you and I are clear from federal authorities swooping in and putting us in prison for having the wrong color gas can. Slim Pickens, more fun in Quartzsite. Keep them coming, Rob, and thanks for the updates. Sue Brown, Chapin. I think I need to do a cross-stitch sampler that says expectations or resentments under construction. Loving it, even if you did steal it, which I did. Barry and Soul, I'll be in Quartzsite for the RTR for the first time. I'll try to go to the dog park with my little dog Barry to meet you and Dottie. And also, you the day following that, is it the day following that? I need to look at my calendar. So sad that I don't have the memory I used to have. So the meetup is on the 14th. On the 15th at the RTR at 1:30, I'll be on a emotional health panel at the RTR. So you can see me twice, 2 days, if you want to. The Fort King Wanderer seems a little bit cooler down there. I will take weather over the Grand Canyon. Over the Grand Canyon weather right now. I live and work full time at the Grand Canyon. I'm working on full-time nomad life, hopefully very soon. I believe the Fort King is a chef, and not like a short order cook, like the real deal. Ever notice being in a good mood is contagious? It makes everyone around you in a good mood too. Great video. Jay Pamarata, thanks for the updates. Found the channel a couple of weeks ago. Been watching ever since. I'm making my way there from San Francisco. Are there flowers in your hair? Who knows that reference? All of you probably. So Co-Foothill says, saw another review of the Big Tent show, and they said the RVs up for sale were not great. There were broken pieces in the RVs. And offer, curious if you saw the same. Didn't mention any tear ducts for sale. Are those available? And I said, I wrote here, there are used ones and new ones. That's all I know. Caveat emptor. Buyer beware. Now, if you have a huge lot like that, at a destination location like this, and you have hundreds of people going through, things are going to get broken, and it's going to take you a while to catch up. So if you go through a Class A and something is obviously broken, it probably just happened that day. But again, with anything related to buying an RV, it's just caveat emptor. I have no advice in that other than to be vigilant about the research that you do and make sure you're getting a good price. There's an app out there called RV Trader. I use it all the time, and it's nationwide dealerships and individuals selling every kind of RV imaginable, and you can put in a particular model and look to see what it's selling for. I was with a friend at this RV show a couple of years ago, and she was starting a negotiation on buying one of their Class C's, and we're sitting in there. She's negotiating. I'm looking it up, showing her on screen that this thing is selling for $10,000 less virtually everywhere else. And their reaction to that was they were not happy. They were polite, but you could tell they were very upset that I was in there looking up other prices. So buyer beware. If you're tired of the art show, you can attend the Gem and Mineral show called the POW. Wow. Lots of vendors, rocks, jewelry, and great homemade food at the QIA, Quartzsite Improvement Association. Looking for the large white building off Main Street, January 15th through the 19th. Patricia Martinez, nice overview of what to expect. We met you at Tacoma. Oh, wow. Okay. Would love attending your meetup and greeting, not pulling into town until the 20th. We're looking for you. Safe travels to you and Dottie. Jesse Head says, love how you have an episode every day and always provide so much useful information. My nomadic dream. That's Herbie. Says, what does Herbie say? Thank you so much, Rob. I'm here watching this video with the largest smile. Thanks for all the kind words. Truly means a lot, and the meet and greet will be amazing. So you're going to get to meet that guy. If you don't know him and you're going to go to my meetup, he will be there because my meetup is our meetup. So it makes total sense for you to get on his channel and watch a bunch of his videos. So you're like, you're Herbie. So cool. Kay Lundy. I'll be there for 3 days. Still a couple years from retiring, so I'm flying down from North Dakota, taking a car over from Phoenix. Hope to run into you. Haas. Hey guys, another great video talking about signs. My problem isn't the same or about signs that are funny, but I have a different spin on using signs in my home. I have a rather large home, 3,400 square feet, on a 70 by 52 foundation with a long driveway. It has 3 visible entrances from my driveway. So when a package delivery driver comes up to drop off the package, they can't decide where to put it. I was getting notified of deliveries and have to do a search mission to find them. That is a big house, my friend. The sign at the left says deliver packages to the door on the right. The far right entrance says deliver packages to the door on the left. The center door says please all delivery packages here. Delivery drivers are great spirited and energetic people. They don't read signs very well. I still have to do search missions. This is kind of going on a little bit too long, but I will add that I have a sign. Can you see it on camera? It's like right up there. You might be not able to read it, but it says video in video session, please do not disturb. And that sits on my door, and you can't miss it, or can you? People do miss it. Bap on the door when I'm in session. So Pat Quinn says meet up January 14th across from dog park. What time? It's 1 o'clock. I did say 1 o'clock, didn't I? In the video, it's 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. I'll type that in too in case Pat is not watching this. Pam Kreiner, Gary likes our backup camera and can hitch the trailer without a bonus. She must have like a head unit like mine with a big screen. And she also says busiest laundromat in the country. It's pretty busy. Chuck Brewington, started watching your channel a couple months ago and enjoy the positivity and info you deliver. Saw this video and wanted to view it as I'm considering a more nomadic existence. I already have a newer half-ton truck and a small toy hauler. I like my Harley. Everything's paid off and I'm fortunate to be comfortable financially. I was thinking of buying something bigger, but I think it inspired me to make a few changes in the toy hauler. If it has the amenities of anything bigger, just got to figure out a bed for me, my dog, and the Harley. Enjoy your content. Safe travels. It's okay to skip this long-winded oration in the comments. Looking forward to your big tent. Well, I didn't skip it because you're talking about something that's really of interest to me and a lot of people. There is the temptation, well, maybe if I'm going to live full-time, I better go bigger. That's not necessarily true. It's my personal belief that the smaller I can go comfortably and find that sweet spot, the smallest possible comfortable thing, the better off I am. And this 21-foot Winnebago Micro Mini is the smallest thing. I started with a 27-footer and thought, wow, this is great. I really feel like, I hesitate to say too much room, but I could go smaller. So I went from 27 feet by 8 feet to 21 by 7 when I got the Micro Mini, and it's just right. And also, if you go bigger, I don't know, you said you have, what did you say you have? You have a half-ton truck. So with a half-ton truck, you're going to be very limited on what you can pull. And keep in mind, too, when you go full-time, your rig is going to be much heavier, on average, than the typical weekender vacation guy, because everything you own is going to be in that truck. Don't forget in the weight, the stuff in the truck, and all the stuff you're storing in the rig. So let me give you an idea. My fully loaded trailer weighs about 6,000 pounds, and the empty weight is about, I think. All right, stop. I'm a pet peeve about guessing about these kinds of things. So I'm going to look up the spec and I'll tell you, because I'm gonna say it wrong. Let's see. Come on. I had it up here. I swear I had it up here. Albums. There we go. Dry weight, 4,088 pounds. So I've added to that, and the gross vehicle weight rating is 5,500. So I'm a little, I'm guessing on the 6,000, but if I am 6,000, I'm 500 pounds over the weight of that. And now that I think about that, I should, next opportunity, just get the whole thing weighed. But so that would mean I have 1,500 pounds of stuff. That's kind of a stretch, but I need to make sure, because you don't want to go over that number. But more importantly, I have a 2018 Ford F-150 3.5 EcoBurst 2-wheel drive XLT with the tow package. And it lists the towing capacity at 11,000 pounds and change. Now, I will say, I'm not saying I don't trust Ford, but I would never tow something that's 11,000 pounds at the top. So if it is 6,000 pounds, and let's hope it's 5,500, don't flame me. I will get it next time I move. When I go down to Yuma in the spring here, I'll go get it weighed. And if it's substantially more than 5,500, I will find stuff to jettison. There is stuff I can jettison. I am really very comfortably under the tow capacity. Now, with half-ton trucks, that number that I just said to you varies very, very wildly. Lisa in camp here was looking for a truck for her new trailer, and someone suggested one that was for sale in Phoenix, and we looked at it, and when she did the research, it looked like a monster. It looked like as good as mine to the naked eye, but the tow capacity was only like 3,800 pounds versus mine 11,000. So you really have to do your research and find. There are people on YouTube that you can find that I consider to be trustworthy for these. And one is called Big Truck Big RV, and he has a really huge channel, and you can find lots of towing information, and he gets into the weeds, but you know what? It's everything you own, it's your life, and it's the life of other people on the road, so you kind of need to get into the weeds, and he's a good place to do it. Not me. I'm not an expert. Don't listen to me. I did my own research, and when you look at my stats, it looks really good, and it's as if I did exhaustive research, but I got lucky. Yes, I got lucky. And I wish it wasn't luck that did it. I wish I really understood before I bought this trailer and truck. I wish I really understood what I was doing, and I only partially understood what I was doing. All right, I don't know where we left off. Do you? Can anyone tell me? Oh, it's Chuck. Well, thanks, Chuck, for bringing up that important topic. Jeremy Grandstaff says, agreed on your voice and approach have a calming effect. Also, loved harvesting solar phrase. Then Jeremy says, glad I can help. Expectations are forming resentment. Yes, I also believe leaders incorporate ideas from the best stealing. Keep it coming. I appreciate you. Yeah, you know that saying, there's nothing new under the sun? There really isn't. Everything, once in a while you hear like this brilliant psychological theory, and if you research it, you'll find out, it's the basic idea in different words is 400 years old or something. Let's see. RC Maniac would love to make it to meet up, but not be rolling into town until the 16th. Love the videos. I'll keep an eye out for you at the big tent. And Z Love, 5 minutes ago. Okay, you're gonna love today's the 10 Commandments for Senior Citizens. Hang on a second. I need to make sure I have the everything turned on. I must. Desert Schooner says, nice way to start the day. Laughed out loud. Z Love says, I never break any of these rules. They used to ask me, when do you start working? My answer was, when I get there. 41 years, I was never late. And it's not really a story, but it's a thing my sister sent me. And it's 10 Commandments for Senior Citizens. And that marks number 300 consecutive days of positive news. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to join up with My Nomadic Dream. Get to know him if you're planning on coming to the meetup a week from today at 1 o'clock at the town dog park. Even if you're not, check him out. If you like my channel, you're going to like Herbie. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.